Let's see. Let's get this out a little bit higher. All right. We're live. Go ahead and wait for everybody to come on board. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to another AMA session with me, Roy of SolarWind Go ahead and wait for the chat to start kicking off a little bit and more users to hop on. Welcome everybody. Hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, depending on where you guys are located from. We're just going to give a little bit more time and then we'll kick right off into things. How's everybody doing this Friday? Looks like we're not quite up there yet, so we'll give a little bit more time. Give people some a few moments to get in on the live stream. And if you're here, go ahead and feel free to give me a shout in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends. Spread the word of SolarWind Token. Let's see. All right. So it's like just about 2.5 minutes have gone by now. Really not too many people on here right now, so we'll give it a few more minutes. Zanya, hello. Welcome. Happy Friday. Buenos Friday. See, what's Friday? Miércoles. Miércoles isn't Friday. That's Wednesday. Let's see. Vierno. No, that's Thursday. I can't remember. If you could remind me, Zanya, what Friday in Spanish is, that would be great. Viernes. Oh, okay. So Buenos Viernes. We're going to give it a little bit longer. Looks like a lot of people are busy this Friday, so see, give it a few more seconds. All right. Well, they could always uh, recap and go back to through the stream for what they've missed. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and give the spiel. I'm Roy Soa, CEO of SolarWind Token and Greater Than Energy. Uh, and these AMA sessions are pretty much just to provide the community with information of what's going on in the works, what we have going on, what we have planned, and to kind of recap the previous week before. So, as you guys know, we wrapped up a contest a couple weeks ago. So once again, I want to say congratulations to all those winners. And if you haven't won anything yet, then keep on hanging around in there for more contests and more giveaways. And the more you participate, the more you increase your chances of winning. So there's that. So pretty much just gonna start with another recap of what we've been doing the previous week. So if you guys have been paying attention to these live streams for a while, you know what our mission has been ever since I believe when we first announced it in August about closing some big projects. Those are still in the works, and it's definitely taking longer than anticipated. We are all hanging in there, working with the clients, the investors, and everything to get those to close as quickly as possible. But it is what it is, and it's just going to take the time that it needs to take. So as we're pushing to get those done, we're looking into different strategies as well to lock up the funds to be able to continue the marketing that we need to be doing. The let's see, yeah, the marketing, the more technology growth that we want to implement into the D app, so on and so forth. So it looks like we're getting more people on the live stream. Welcome everybody. It's okay. Even if you forget about the AMA, you could always go back and watch the recap. So, but yeah, so that's kind of a continuation of what we've been doing last week. Archie and I have been working really hard, just um, working to get new partners, new clients, and everything. So it's going to be more of that. Not really anything too exciting on the front end, but trust me, it's a lot of work on the back end, and it's definitely going to be worth it once we get something secure. Um, so yeah, we just ask that you bear with us in the process while it's happening. Me, I actually, the country, I actually haven't been working out ever since, ever since it started SolarWind Token. I've been out of the gym, so I need to get back to it. But number one priority right now is growing this thing. So yeah, same thing with Archie. Archie's been out of the gym as well. I mean, we both used to be gym freaks, which we still are at heart, but uh, there's not really a lot of time to allocate to the gym right now. But there will be in the future once we get all of our goals done. Which, now think about it, our goals we have a very long term roadmap. So maybe we might be out of the gym for a while. Maybe we might hire a personal trainer, which is weird. We used to be trainers, but but yeah. So that's what I do need to do some push ups on the job. Yeah, I used to work out before SolarWind Token. Used to be a bodybuilder and a powerlifter, and then played a little bit of football. So yeah, that's where these are from. But right now they're just kind of overgrown balloons. I'm pretty weak right now. But yes, sorry, got sidetracked. Um, but yeah, so essentially that is the roadmap for what we're doing. It may take longer than what we've been harping on in the past weeks, and we do apologize for that. But at the end of the day, we can't let it deter us from what we're wanting to do. We just got to keep on pushing while we're in limbo in these for these other jobs. Then there's other opportunities that are presenting itself as well. We're working hard each and every day to get those doors open, and it seems like each conversation that we have, we're getting closer and closer to these big time partnerships. And there are partnerships that they're ready for us. They just want to see us grow a little bit more before we get to that point. So, and one of those partnerships is a BitMart listing. So we're excited about that. As you guys know, we've been talking about the next exchange that we are going to get listed on is BitMart. We have an avenue to where we're able to get a free listing, but we have to meet a certain minimum criteria of users, and essentially once the team feels like we've hit that milestone, then they'll be ready to have us listed. So keep on spreading the name for sure. We're going to be doing our part. I know it's definitely tough especially for Archie and I, to be out in the public a lot, since a lot of these things are happening on the back end, meetings and whatnot. So, but yeah, so that's actually one thing that we're going to be transitioning into the future as well. We may uh, we'll still have the AMA sessions, but we may have them as a bi-weekly AMA, and then throughout the week we'll do pre-recorded videos, kind of like a podcast style, just conversations between me and Archie, Archie, and some other people that we join on to speak. Just it'll be more of an informative session for the community, so that you guys kind of know what's going on, our thought process behind things. Because I know, especially for like the leading team, sometimes you see the decisions that people are making, and you're wondering, well, I wonder why they're going that route instead of this route. You'll be able to kind of get inside of our brains and see the inside scoop of what we're doing and how we're coming to these final decisions. So I think that'll be really good. We'll be really be able to like pick our brains and see what we have going, kind of like the long-term vision of where we want SolarWind to be, because obviously it's our own cryptocurrency. So ultimately, we're going to get to the point to where you guys will be able to use SolarWind token as currency, whether it's on the D app with staking rewards or in our shop whenever we create a shop and you guys can shop popular items with SolarWind token. Uh, the possibilities are never ending, and we have a really pinpoint idea of what we're wanting, but that doesn't mean that we're not looking to see what the industry is doing as well and pivoting and creating more opportunities there. So yeah, so that's that. Um, this session is going to be a little bit shorter than usual, just since there's not really too many major updates. I know let's see, I believe about a month ago. So I know I am slacking very far behind on the TikTok uploads. That's one thing that I'm being very aware of. It's I know a little video doesn't seem like it takes that much time, but there's a lot of planning, and the team behind everything has done an excellent job of creating the content that we need. So now it's just on me to get that out there. So know that we have content for know that we have content for the far future that'll have plenty of my face out there, and I fully intend to put my face everywhere. I think this style with like the podcast and having people on and growing organically is going to be very beneficial for us, because then that kind of puts us in a place to where we're able to kind of do the same thing that you see these YouTubers doing, um, where they bring people on and then they're able to spread the name of their community and the people that they host. So this will be a really good opportunity for us to gain more partnerships with Bitcoin miners, um, solar projects, eventually. Let's see. Eventually, another, or not another, but eventually a partnership with a wind manufacturer. So once we want to start doing the fully off grid Bitcoin mining facilities, we have the capability to do that with the solar, the wind, and the batteries, like Elon Musk talked about a couple months ago. So let's see. Let's look at some of these questions. I'll read through some of these questions, and I have, I think, one more point. Let's see. Yes. So for some of you Bitcoin miners, so let's see, at about 13 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys know any Bitcoin miners, it's extremely crucial to elaborate on the fact that right now Bitcoin is booming. I mean, we hit an all-time high a couple days ago, 68,000. So we smashed that old all-time high, and it seems like we're just going to keep on getting higher highs for the foreseeable future. But we all know that the crypto journey is going to go up and it's going to come down. Whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, SolarWind, ADA, it's always going to have those fluctuations. So in the time that we are in right now, Bitcoin mining is pretty much you could just buy a Bitcoin miner, hook it up to the electricity, and then you'll be profitable. That's kind of, it is what it is right now. And what we've been harping on, especially in the past, is that once these Bitcoin prices drop and electricity prices are constantly increasing, especially this winter here in the United States. This past February, we've had quite the ordeal with energy. There's a lot of outages. Um, Places that weren't used to getting below a certain temperature stayed that way for a long time. Completely ravaged the energy system, and because of that, we're going to most likely see the repercussions of rising electricity costs this following winter. So that's a recipe for disaster for some Bitcoin miners that didn't plan to reduce their electric bill as low as possible, and that's where you see a lot of these companies go underwater, is because um, they're thinking, oh yeah, I can afford a higher electric bill because Bitcoin's booming right now, but then when it dips, it's kind of like the gap all of a sudden gets swallowed up and you're right at even. And then Bitcoin becomes a negative asset at that point for these miners, or you're just breaking even. So it is very important to harp on the fact that if you're not making a plan to reduce your electric bills right now, then you'll be in trouble once that does happen. So, and that's why we're here to transition Bitcoin mining into renewable energy, not just to save the world because it will with reducing carbon emissions, but to also save your wallets. It's not only green, but it's also profitable. So it's green and green essentially. So make sure that if you're not making those plans, make those plans. It's hard to because you could be on phone calls all day long and talking to people about it, but it's but having like a snippet like this for a little while where you can just crop it out and spread it to the masses is definitely helpful as well. So the team already knows it. You guys know it. If you know a miner, big or small, let them know. Get them transition to solar. Let us help them. And yeah. So with that being said, that was a little bit of an informative session. That's going to be kind of the style of a podcast that Archie and I are going to be doing, is just these discussions with ourselves, with miners, just to kind of elaborate more. So there's a little taste. But let's see. Let's go through the comments. Let's see. Our next interview with Cryptodeb, that will be fairly soon. I next week if possible, but if not, then we're going to aim for that first week of November. I think is probably going to be the most ideal in regards to scheduling wise. Uh, let's see. Electric bills are getting crazy in Spain. Yeah, electric bills are getting crazy everywhere. I think the electric company here in Oklahoma just announced that they're going to spike the prices, and there's been a lot of protests going on about that and objection. But I don't think that's anything anybody can really stop. So it is what it is. So yeah, so electricity not just only for Bitcoin miners, but for residential projects as well. There's been a whole backlog of people coming to Greater Than Energy looking for quotes and everything, and it's kind of back to the original focus of solar wind token, where all these customers want electricity or want solar energy, but they can't afford it, and banks aren't still financing it. So yeah, just know that the opportunities are definitely uh, there for solar. We're only just in the very beginnings. Let's see. Let's see. Zanya's comment. He said, "But this is for also non-miners. The electricity, yes, the electricity price increases for non-miners as well." Let's see. We love crypto, Deb. Yes, we do. And once again, thank you everybody again for showing up to these AMAs. DApp update. So we'll elaborate on the DApp just a little bit. We did have a meeting with our blockchain engineer this morning. Uh, Things are moving forward. There's lots of positive updates. I'm still not quite ready to release to the public yet. So as we're kind of working through that, once we have something more concrete that we have physically, or we're able to create the teaser video, then we'll have a bigger update on that. But internally, things are still moving along. This is one of those things. Uh, Timeline wise, it's just getting delayed a little bit longer than what we're anticipating, but no worries there. We know that it's going to be completed and it's going to work fantastic. Oh, yeah. That's kind of the Zanga's comment saying the Austria Minister of Defense is saying that there's going to be electricity cuts in Europe by 2025. So there'll definitely need to be solar panels. And yes, kind of the same thing here. They didn't quite phrase it as electricity cuts, but uh, there'll definitely be shortages, especially out in the western United States and the eastern United States. Um, out in the yeah, uh, since the population is just so dense, and there's so many big companies there that are using electricity. It seems like it seems electricity is kind of getting allocated more towards these companies. So if there's not a way to produce more electricity to share to everybody, then it kind of leaves other people dead in the water. So solar is definitely going to be a way to assist with that, along with other sources of renewable energy, especially as we transition off of oil and gas. So, yep, big country is correct. Everybody can use the D app. Yeah. So Zanya's comment about the blackouts. Yep. I mean, it's definitely happening all throughout the world. United States, or North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia. So energy is definitely, as the population grows worldwide, the need to keep up with that demand. Um, so it kind of leaves us in, and I won't go too far in depth with this. This could be something that we discuss on the podcast as well. But it's it's difficult to to say that you're going to cut an energy source without really having a replacement there yet. So all these aggressive moves to go net zero in the near future is an amazing goal. That's going to require tons of solar, which we're here and we're ready to do. But at the same time, there's so many different repercussions that go with it that we need to be ready to handle. So we all need to band together to make sure that we can make that happen, so we don't fall behind. Um, that answer can get very, very long. It could, I could probably talk about that for hours. So I won't go too far in depth with that, but just know that we will most likely be in an energy crisis over the next couple years, which is normal as we're transitioning. So, oh yeah, big country, hit us up in the chats, and we'll get you on a that clientele list. Yeah, I'll work on doing a engineering design summary for you, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. You could kind of take a look at how it'll look on your property. Um, yeah, how it'll look on your property, and the pricing, and then once those funds come in and that liquidity gets there, we'll probably take care of those people on the list first. So yeah, definitely wanting uh, the community. If you guys are wanting a solar installation, let us know, and we'll get you added to that list so that we can get you funding. Which podcast? It will be it will be released here on YouTube. Um, the plan is to just pre-record a video. We'll be able to take that audio from it and put it in a podcast style, as well as upload the video onto YouTube, and then we can take little snippets throughout and kind of use it for uh, little videos and little cuts that we can post everywhere. Let's see, can I tell which podcast? It's We could post the audio version of the podcast pretty much anywhere podcasts are available. We'll most likely start with the Spotify at the very beginning, and as we're kind of working through that, then we'll get more in depth on more platforms. But for sure, YouTube, um, it'll be a video, but like a lot of podcasts come from videos. People when they're listening usually don't watch the video; they just kind of put it on the side. So It'll help give us a lot of content there. Let's see. Any other questions from anybody in the community? I hope you guys are having a good Friday, and I hope all of your sports teams are doing well and winning. I'm not sure what all sports everybody is into, whether it's lacrosse, soccer, or football, uh, American football, cricket, baseball. So I hope your team is doing good. I know my former university is doing very well this year, so that's why you see I'm decked out in this orange, the Oklahoma State University gear. So I'm cheering them on this weekend. Your team sucks. Oh no. Yeah, actually all my football teams are doing great this year. The Dallas Cowboys are killing it. Arizona Cardinals are killing it. Oklahoma State is killing it. So I got really lucky this year. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's definitely a pleasure speaking with everybody. I'll kind of hang out here for a few more minutes just to talk about more things. We can talk about random things. Let's see. Most of your plays are hurt. Ah, that's always the worst. I don't bet with teams because I'm very bad at following up with all the stats and all the news. I just like to cheer on my teams. Let's see. You think so? I'm wanting. I really want the Cardinals to win. Uh, but my boy Larry Fitzgerald isn't playing right now, and I want him. I really want him to get a ring. I want the Cowboys to win too, but they're still pretty young, so they can afford not to win this year. At the craps table, I don't know how to play craps. I know I see it in the movies all this. That's the one with the dice, and then you just kind of let the dice go. I feel like I'll just lose all my money that way. So I'm not much of a gambler. Let's see. So looks like we're rounding up here in about 30 minutes. Another good AMA session. All right, guys. Oh, nice. Oh, so I bet you were overjoyed when you won a championship last year. Tom Brady is something else. Yeah, I like the Bucks too. I was hoping Jameis could do a little bit more while he was there, but he couldn't. So that's all right. Tom Brady's better anyway, obviously. Oh, you practice too? Oh, so you can kick my butt, Zanya. I need to watch out when I'm in Spain. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this session. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it, Vinny. Let's bring in as many people as. Hello. Well, yeah, everybody. Thank you so much for all of your time. I will speak to you again. So I'll have to look at the schedule next week. Let's see. So as I said, we'll probably do bi-weekly. I'll probably have another one next week, um, along with the podcast, just to as we're doing the transition, so you have a little bit more content to look out for. So I will see you guys next Friday as well. You guys have a very good weekend, and look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.